A very warm good morning to one and all present over here class. Welcome to the digital platform of APS. Now this is Pawan Kumar. Today I will start exercise 5.7. In this exercise you will see or I will discuss second order derivative. In previous exercise 5.6 I have already discussed parametric form or different questions related to NCERT 5.7. So today I will start exercise 5.7 with second order derivative questions. So let us start now. Now first of all I will discuss second order derivative. Second order derivative. I will discuss first of all second order derivative. So see what is second order derivative. Let y is equal to fx be a function defined in given interval, defined in given intervals, then the derivative of function y is equal to fx, y is equal to fx is known as its first derivative. Its first derivative that is d by dx of y implies d by dx of fx, and you will get this implies we can say dy by dx is equal to f dash x. Consider equation 1. So this is the first order derivative or first derivative. Its derivative order is 1. Now differentiate equation 1 with respect to x. Differentiate equation 1 with respect to x. Again, now see, operate d by dx on both the side. D by dx of both the sides, on both the sides. This implies d2y whole upon dx square is equal to f double dash x. Consider equation 2. Now equation 2 is the second order derivative. Equation 2 is the second order derivative. Equation 2 is the second order derivative of the given function. So again, see the definition of second order derivative. Let us consider y is equal to fx be a function defined in the given intervals. This function is defined within the given intervals, or intervals will be open. Then the derivative of the function y is equal to fx is known as its first derivative. You are going to differentiate first times, so first time differentiation d by dx of y, result will be d by dx of fx, and a single derivative is denoted by for fx, that is f dash x. And again when you will differentiate, equation 1 means operate d by dx on both the sides, result you will get d2y upon dx square is equal to d by dx of fx, f dash x, and you will get again single dash means it will be double dash, d by dx single dash, again d by dx double dash. So double dash denotes the second order derivative. The function is differentiate 2 times, and again when you will differentiate this function, then it will be third order derivative. So similarly, you can differentiate first order, second order, third order, and so on. Now class, come to the question of NCERT 5.7. Now this is the question number 1. Question number 1 is find d2y by dx2 if the given function y is equal to x cube plus 10x. So first of all I will differentiate this function. So given function is y is equal to x cube plus 10x. So d by dx of y, result will be d by dx of x cube plus 10x. Left result will be d by dx, that will be equal to d by dx of x cube plus d by dx of 10x. dy by dx is equal to d by dx of x cube. You know the formula, x to the power n. Result is n times x to the power n minus 1 plus d by dx of 10x is sec square x. So this is the single derivative or first derivative. Consider equation 1. Now again operate d by dx on both the sides to get d2y by dx2. Three x square plus sec square x. So what you will get the result? Result is d by dx of dy by dx. Result will be d2y whole upon dx2 means dx square is equal to 3 times d by dx of x square. Now again d by dx of sec square x. So I have taken 3 outside the d by dx because this is the constant term, and when you will differentiate with respect to x, result will be 3 times x square differentiation result is 2x. Now when you will differentiate sec square x, you know the derivative of sec square x means t square. If you will consider t square or x square, then result becomes 2x or 2t. Consider t square, then result will be 2t. It means result can be written as 2 times sec x, and you have consider sec x t. So you will differentiate again sec x differentiation, that is sec x into tan x. So this is the result of double derivative. So answer will be 3 2 are 6, x plus 2 times sec square x into tan x. This is the answer. See. Now see question number 2. Question number 2 is, this is question number 2. If y is equal to a sin x plus b cos x, the given function y is equal to a sin x plus b cos x, then we have to prove that d2y by dx2 plus y is equal to 0. This is my proof. We have to prove d2y by dx2 plus y is equal to 0. So let us start. The given function y is equal to a times sin x plus b times cos x, where a and b are constant. Capital A and capital B are constant. So operate d by dx on both the side. Result will be d by dx of a times sin x plus b times cos x. This is the value dy by dx is equal to a times d by dx of sin x plus b times d by dx of cos x. So you know sin x differentiation is cos x. So dy by dx is equal to a times result is cos x, and this result is plus b times d by dx of cos x, result is minus sin x. So expression will be dy by dx is equal to a times cos x minus b times sin x. Consider equation 1. This is equation 1. Now again differentiate equation 1. What you will get the result? D by dx of dy by dx is equal to d by dx of a times cos x minus b times sin x. Similarly, its result will be d2y by dx2 is equal to a times d by dx of cos x minus b times d by dx of sin x. So result you will get d2y by dx2 is equal to a times minus a times sin x minus b times cos x. So this is the second order derivative, and in my proof highest order derivative is 2. So this is the last steps to differentiate the function, and we have to solve these steps. So when you will take common minus sign on both the minus sign from right hand side, then d2y by dx2 result will be minus times a sin x plus b cos x. And you know, this is the given function a sin x plus b cos x. So its value will be y. Y is equal to a sin x plus b cos x. So its result is y. So d2y by dx2 is equal to minus y. This value is equal to minus y. So now you can write d2y by dx2 plus y is equal to 0. Now this is proof. So now we are going to write here d2y by dx2 plus y is equal to 0. This is our proof. Hence proof. Hence proved. This is question number 2. Now come to question number 3. The question number 3 is, if y is equal to sin inverse x, then prove that, or then show that show that 1 minus x square d2y by dx2, 1 minus x square d2y by dx2 minus x dy by dx is equal to 0. This is our proof. So see, the given function y is equal to sin inverse x. So differentiate this function with respect to x. So d by dx of y result will be d by dx of sin inverse x. This implies dy by dx is equal to d by dx of sin inverse x, you know, 1 upon root over 1 minus x square. This is the derivative of sin inverse x. Consider equation 1. So again you have to differentiate these functions. So see, operate d by dx on both the sides. Then d by dx of dy by dx is equal to d by dx of 1 upon root over 1 minus x square. So this result will be d2y by dx2, and this result you can differentiate with respect to x by using quotient rule. So see, what is the result? Left hand side will be d2y by dx2. Left hand side will be d2y by dx2 is equal to gx into d by dx of fx, means root over 1 minus x square into d by dx of 1 minus 1 into d by dx of root over 1 minus x square whole upon gx whole square, means 1 minus x square whole square. So this I have done by using quotient rule, and when you will differentiate constant term, result will be 0. So d2y by dx2 is equal to 0 minus its derivative. What will be its derivative? You know, d by dx of root x, result is 1 upon 2 root x. So 1 upon 2 root x format will be equal to 1 upon 2 times root over 1 minus x square into 1 minus x square differentiation, result will be minus 2x. In denominator result will be 1 minus x square. This one right here. My proof is 1 minus x square d2y by dx2. So I have need 1 minus x square, and you can multiply 1 minus x square on both the side. Then what will be the result? So 1 minus x square d2y by dx2 is equal to minus will be plus, and 2 will be cancelled out. So result will be x into 1 upon root over 1 minus x square, and this 1 minus x square by using cross multiply it becomes in left hand side. So you know this is the value from equation 1, that is dy by dx. So this one can be written as x times dy by dx. Consider equation 2. So this 1 minus x square into d2y by dx2 is equal to x times d2y by dx times dy by dx. So it will be in left hand side, result will be in right hand side, that will be 0. So expression will be 1 minus x square d2y by dx2 minus x times dy by dx is equal to 0. So this is our proof. See, so hence proof. So we have to prove 1 minus x square d2y by dx2 x times dy by dx, differentiate single function with respect to x, that will be 1 upon root over 1 minus x square, and again differentiate, its result will be 2x upon 2 root over 1 minus x square whole upon में 1 minus x square. Then after cross multiplying, result will be 1 minus x square d2y by dx2 minus x times dy by dx is equal to 0. So this is our proof. Now see question number 4. This is question number 3. Question number 4 is find d2y by dx2 if y is equal to x cos x. So given function, y is equal to x time cos x. So differentiate the function, dy by dx is equal to d by dx of x time cos x, and its result will be dy by dx is equal to first function second function, first function derivative of second function plus second function derivative of first function. So result will be x times minus sin x plus 1 times cos x, because its derivative is 1. So this is the value dy by dx. So again differentiate d by dx of dy by dx. What will be the result? Its result will be d by dx of minus x sin x plus cos x. So differentiate, you will see the result. d2y by dx2 is equal to minus d by dx of x sin x and d by dx of cos x. You will apply product rule in first steps. Then a d2y by dx2 result will be equal to minus first function derivative of second function, that is cos x, plus second function derivative of first function, that is 1, and this result is minus sin x. So what will be the result? Result will be d2y by dx2 is equal to minus x time cos x minus sin x minus sin x. This will be 2 times sin x. So d2y by dx2 is equal to minus x cos x minus 2 times sin x. This will be the answer. This will be the answer. Now come to question number 5. Question number 5 is find d2y by dx2 if y is equal to x cube log of x. So this is the function. We have to find out second derivative. So what will be its second derivative? First of all, the given function y is equal to x cube times log of x. So differentiate this function with respect to parameter x. So result will be d by dx of x cube times log of x. So apply product rule. First function derivative of second function plus second function into derivative of first function. So its result will be dy by dx is equal to x cube into 1 by x. Its differentiation is 1 by x plus log x into 3x square. So whole result will be equal to, means dy by dx result will be x square plus 3x square log of x. Consider equation 1. So now again differentiate. Operate dy by dx, means left hand result will be d2y by dx with d by dx of x square plus 3 times x square of log of x. Now this expression can be written as d by dx of x square in bracket 1 plus 3 times log x. You can apply product rule again. So result will be first function derivative of second function 1 plus 3 times log of x plus 1 plus 3 times log of x into derivative of x square. So derivative of x square means d by dx of x square. So dy by dx or d2y by dx2 is equal to, when you will differentiate 1 you will get 0. So 3 times log of x differentiation 1 by x So its result will be 3 by x plus 1 plus 3 times log of x with x square differentiation is 2x. So this expression or this term will be d2y by dx2 is equal to, this result is 3x square, 3x, not 3x square, and this result will be 2x plus 6 times x log x. So result you will get d2y by dx2 is equal to 5x plus 6 times x log x. X you can take common also. So answer is x into 5 plus 6 log x. Again see, 5x plus 6 times x time log of x. This is the answer. See,